I make online videos. Does that make me a bad person? Sometimes I think about dying more than I think about living. Does that make me a bad person? Sometimes I feel more dead than alive. Does that make me a bad person? Sometimes I focus on the negative more than I do the positive. Does that make me a bad person? Sometimes I steal the walkers from old ladies. Does that make me a bad person? Sometimes I start wars instead of thinking of alternatives to what we already have to make our lives better. Does that make me a bad person? Sometimes I steal from poor people. Does that make me a bad person? I'm in a heterosexual relationship. Does that make me a bad person? Sometimes I discriminate against people based solely on their race. Does that make me a bad person? Sometimes I kill in the name of God. Does that make me a bad person?
No.
Sometimes I think Fred Phelps is right. Does that make me a bad person? Sometimes I jerk off KKK members behind the Women's Center. Does that make me a bad person? I unknowingly work for a blood-sucking corporation. Does that make me a bad person? I'm a producer of films. Does that make me a bad person? I'm a soulless consumer whore. Does that make me a bad person? I have lost the will to live. Does that make me a bad person? Sometimes the only thing I hate more than the world I live in is my unwillingness to change it.